and judge for man and issue his opinion about who man is. That's a big part of his judgment. But he also comes and issues his judgment about what is the way unto life and what is the way unto death. Right? Yeah. Because what good is it to tell us that we're his kids and that he's come and claimed us as his own if we don't know what spirit he's of? Right? So he basically comes to reveal what spirit that he's of and what spirit he's not of, so that we can know what spirit we're from, right? Or the spirit that will give us life. And so that we can then walk according to that spirit instead of the spirit that gives us death. And that's what Romans 2 was talking about. It says the judgment of God is upon them. See, we think of that as like the spanking of God is upon them. So when it says the judgment of God is upon them, you could say the judgment of God was upon Jesus when he was loving everybody with all of his heart, with all of his soul, with all of his strength on the cross. Because what is the judgment of God? The judgment of God is if you walk according to the Spirit or you believe on the Spirit of grace for life, it will produce love in you. So we could say the judgment of God was upon Jesus as he hung on the cross because God judged. The only way you can find the love of God pouring out of you is if you believe on the Spirit of grace. Jesus believed on the Spirit of grace. That caused love to pour out of him for his enemies. Even as he hung on the cross, the judgment of God was upon him. Does that make sense? Yes. How was it upon him? We could see God's judgment about what is the way unto life manifesting in him. Right? You guys follow that? Is everybody following how I'm saying that? So when we say the judgment of God is upon someone, God issues a judgment over here. And then that judgment will be seen manifested in people, whether they believe his judgment or not. Because if I reject his judgment that says I can only have life as a free gift, and I say, no, I'm going to live by my works, and I'm going to have life by my works, his judgment that I can't have life by my works will be upon me, because in the day I try to have life by my works, guess what's going to come out of me? The fruit of death. All the works of the flesh will come manifesting out of me. So God's judgment will be able to be seen in me. And that's where we've gotten so confused with the wrath of God is upon the children of disobedience. See, we think that means the anger of God is upon the children of disobedience. No. God's rejection or judgment of trusting in the strength of the flesh for life is upon them. Or on them, right? How is it on them? He said, no, you can't have life that way. They said, yes, we can. And then when they try to live that way, they don't find life, but they find death. His judgment can be clearly seen in all those who reject the Spirit of grace. Because they don't find life manifesting, but they find death. But that's not God coming and spanking people or smacking people or condemning people. See, that's where we've twisted the whole thing up. It's not God condemning people. It's God issuing the truth. It's just the truth. It's not like he arbitrarily does this. It's not like, no, I want everybody to come to me. No. He wants everybody to come to him because in him is life. And he loves everyone. But it's not because he's a petulant child that only wants everybody to play the game the way he wants them to play the game. Okay? That's not why. It's just the truth. And so the truth is upon everyone, whether they believed in it or not. Because it's just the truth. So you don't have to believe for the truth to be upon you. Does that make sense? I try to use as much Bible language in my description as possible because I don't want people dependent upon me. I want people to be able to go back into the Bible and read it.
Sorry.
Yep. It's like gravity, right?
I'm sorry. It helps when you put it in terms of like in everyday terms, like you do. Because when you say, God just wants to have it His way, that's how I used to see Him. It's exactly how I used to see Him. So I don't anymore, but I still don't have a clear picture, and this teaching has just exploded. What's that sound?
That's people joining.
This is people joining into the video.
Okay.
Does everybody see that judgment?
Mr. Jehovah's Witnesses at their door.
Yeah.